Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob of RGG, and I am here today with a special look at the book. And that is because this past Saturday was Free RPG Day, and if you're into role-playing games, then you have undoubtedly heard about this. It's a once-a-year thing where stores can get a pack of different RPG products that they hand out, and most stores have that have gaming space anyway will have people running events, games that you can try out that day. It's a great way to pick up product for a game that you like or a game that you may not have ever played but you want to try it out. Personally, I think the cost on the packets, because though they say they're free RPG Day, they're not free to the stores. The stores have to pay, and I think now it's like $160 a pack. I don't know that it's really worth it. It seems like each year they're putting less and less stuff in there. And this particular year, I used to do games on Free RPG Day, run different games and stuff. I haven't in the last 2 years because in the last 2 years, both days that it has fallen on days where I had a prior engagement and I couldn't. However, I was lucky enough to be able to pick up the one item I did want out of Free RPG Day from my local game store, Cardboard Castle and Games, and they show you ahead of time what kind of stuff is going to be in the pack, and then there's also YouTube videos where people will go through ahead of time and show you what's in the pack. And generally, a lot of times you have to show up early to pick this stuff up. Sometimes the stores may require purchases to get stuff. Sometimes it's just a limit of so many things per customer. Sometimes they may require you to play in games. It's really left up to the store and how they do it. But keep in mind, when people are complaining about that these stores, each kit only they all come with the exact same thing in them, but each kit is costing the store like $160. And they are having to pay that out of pocket to give it away for free to you. So the store is trying to do things to recoup that and get people playing games in the store and stuff like that. It is not really that unreasonable. I unfortunately, like I said, was not able to participate this year. My parents' 50th anniversary was Saturday, and I was busy there cooking and helping out with that. But I did get to, after that, go by the store and pick up the DCC module that was given out. They do one of these pretty much every year, and I have a few of them from past years, but I definitely wanted it because it was the only thing in the pack that I really cared about. I don't play Pathfinder or D&D. There was some other neat stuff in the pack, but nothing that really called out to me. This was the thing that I wanted, and it's called Danger in the Air. It is a 2022 Free RPG Day module. It's a level 0 adventure by Michael Curtis. And today we're going to take a look at it. So before we do that, let me go ahead and warn you, this is a brand new module. It just came out Saturday. So there's going to be spoilers in this video. If you are intending to play this, then you may not want to watch this video. If you're a GM that's thinking about picking it up, then you may want to watch this video to see if it's something you want. Because even if you didn't manage to get it for Free RPG Day, there are people who will sell these. I have an extra copy because my buddy Haley went with me and she picked up an extra copy of it. I may actually do like a giveaway or something, or if one of my DCC guys really, really wants it and didn't get a chance to get it, maybe we'll look at that. But it's a fantastic, cool little adventure 0 level module for the game. But I am going to be doing the look at the book with this and going through it, and it will be giving away spoilers. So if you're worried about spoilers, then I advise you to go watch one of my other videos. And then after you've played this, come back and check it out. But hey, without any further ado, let's take a look at the book. Now, like I did mention before, this will be available in the aftermarket. I'm sure people will be selling their extra copies. But Goodman Games has also been very good about putting these up on their website so that you can get them later on. So if you didn't manage to get a copy of it for Free RPG Day, rest assured there will be a day in the future where it's up on their website and you can get the PDF or in some cases the physical module as well. But we're going to take a look at it here. This is Dungeon Crawl Classics Danger in the Air 2022 free RPG Day module. It's a 0-level adventure by Michael Curtis. And I'm going to read from the back of the book because this will be one of the first things that you see when you pick it up. It says, a gigantic alien creature drifts in the air high above the homes of simple villagers, its transparent skin rife with wounds. A structure is visible within its great bell-shaped body, and the glitter of treasure sparkles beyond a crack in one wall. The creature hangs in the sky, unmoving as if slain, and a trickle of coins slowly drops down from its ravaged body. What other treasures and terrors might this strange visitor from elsewhere possess? And who in the village is brave enough to venture within its otherworldly form? So I'm not gonna go through every page in here, but I am going to show you a lot of what's in it. I'm gonna open it up. First thing we see is a full page black and white art for the adventure, which looks really, really good. Down here, you'll have a code that you can go on and download the adventure's PDF for free from DriveThruRPG. All right, so there's a couple of kind of ads in the beginning of it. It gives you an introduction to it. If you need 0-level PCs, it tells you how to go to, is it Purple Sorcerer? Yeah, Purple Sorcerer Games website. And I did this yesterday just playing around for my home game. And they have a toolbar on their website. They sell games and stuff too, compatible with DCC and MCC. But they have a tool on there where you can instantly create 0-level parties, higher level adventurers, things like that. And it's pretty neat. And then you can just, print them out. So, inspirational sources. Danger in the Air is the author's attempt to write a science fiction adventure without any science fiction in it. However, the inspirations for this adventure come from a pair of authors in Appendix N who've not always played a larger role in the DCC RPG adventures. Frederick Brown and Stanley Weinbaum. Both Brown and Weinbaum are primarily remembered for their sci-fi stories, which is predominantly the genre in which they worked. They both had a gift for creating otherworldly species and strange locales, and this adventure hopes to do the same. Today, we often separate fantasy and science fiction with distinct barriers, but there's no reason why that has to be the case. As Arthur C. Clarke famously observed, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. I'll counter that, however, with magic can adequately replace advanced technology, and set out to prove that in this adventure. So I'm going to give you the backstory to the adventure, the background to the adventure. I can't pronounce this main character for the story's name. Ovakul. We'll just go with that. Ovakul of the Worlds was an elf born in a distant place, one far removed from the world of the player characters. The location of this place might be on an alien world, a parallel dimension, or a different time and space. But it's a moot point. All one needs to know is Ovakul is that she traveled 100 worlds and saw many, many strange things. In her journeys, she tamed a great beast known as the Void Drifter, a kind of interstellar jellyfish capable of withstanding the cold and distance between the dimensional spaces. The titanic beast was a perfect means for Ovakul to continue her explorations, and the elf constructed a domicile within the beast bell. This intrusive surgery did no harm to the Void Drifter and provided Ovakul with a means to direct the beast, transforming it into a living dimensional vessel. All went well for Ovakul for many years, and she accumulated a great deal of interesting objects and obscure knowledge on her voyages. Then everything fell apart. As Ovakul was passing through the void near the PC's world, the Void Drifter came under attack by hostile forces wielding fearsome weaponry and powerful magic. This military might injured the Void Drifter and damaged Ovakul's command module. She managed to escape her assailants, but the harm to her living ship was too great to continue her voyage. She directed the Void Drifter to the PC's world, homing in on an ancient magical beacon she detected emanating from that place. Ovikel hoped to find a way to heal both herself and her faithful Void Drifter. However, the damage to both the animal and the injuries to Ovikel suffered in the attack were too great, and they both died from their injuries moments before planetfall. Unfortunately, as the characters will soon discover, with the captain's death, the vessel's defense mechanisms against boarders remains active and very deadly. The ship now drifts through the PC's home region, an oddity that drips treasure and beckons the brave to learn what else exists in the strange structure encased within the Titanic corpse's interior. And then it gives you a bunch of flavor text for starting the adventure. And we have descriptions, which I'm not going to go through every bit of it, but it's 3 layers or 3 levels of this structure inside the space jellyfish. And you can see from the cover that it has these tendrils hanging down, and that's how the players get up to it. They have to climb up there. And level 1 has a lot of different places explained. Anti-tech chambers, cargo bays, forward hallways, aft hallways, expedition rooms. And then, there's ray roly-polies, void leeches they have to deal with, numerous traps. Then the stone, which is an artifact. Then you have level 2, which has the security room, saw forms, wall blisters. And then we have another fantastic map labeling everything, showing where everything is on each level. Let's see, we continue with the lounges, the captain's quarters, the forward passageways. Come back to that in just a minute. And then ending the adventure. And then, of course, there's Appendix A, which is a new magical item. The Retributor, which is a dagger that has some special properties for it against murderers. And it's a cool magic item. Even if you don't want to play this adventure, it's cool to drop it into some adventure and let your PCs get their hands on it. Then the next page, we have a listing of DCC and MCC modules. We have a full page ad for Lankmar, which I have a video coming up on. Full page ad for Mutant Crawl Classics. And a full page ad for Empire of the East, which is a post-apocalyptic science fiction setting for DCC and MCC RPG. And then, of course, we end with the standard We're With the Band page. But coming back to here, we have a designer's note on Space Electrum. And it says, when running this adventure for my home DCC campaign, I originally included 250 Electrum pieces in the vault. I've been playing fantasy RPGs since 1980, and as a result, I have a bunch of different versions of the original fantasy role-playing game in my head. I was recalling that Electrum was worth half a gold piece each when I stocked the vault. It wasn't until after the PCs looted the place that I remembered that Electrum in the DCC RPG is worth 10 gold piece each. I was potentially looking at a greater windfall than I had intended for a bunch of zero-level PCs. In a burst of creative genius, I declared the existence of Space Electrum, which is only worth half a gold piece each. Space Electrum has since become a running joke in my campaign, along with Space Mithril, Space Food, Space everything else. If the judge wishes to include Space Electrum in their games, the vault also contains 250 pieces of the stuff among the remains of chest number 2. So you have a fun zero-level adventure here that is going to have 3 different levels of traps and monsters and things to deal with inside, and lots of cool loot, including some cool artifacts and stuff that could also be great springboards for further adventures. I read through it. It's a fun little adventure. I really like it. I'm going to run it for my group at some point. Just not sure when, because we're actually playing tonight, and we're doing another a first level adventure tonight. But that is a look at the book when it comes to the Danger in the Air, the free RPG offering from DCC this year, 2022. So I know a lot of people out there got their hands on it. Hey, if you got it and read it, let me know in the comments what you thought of the adventure. If you're interested in running it and have questions about it that I may be able to answer, be sure to put those in the comments as well. And you can also contact me. I have several links to things in my videos. My Amazon wish list is in there, along with Rob's Game Group on Facebook. There's a link to that in our description, and you can contact me directly on there if you'd like to. And until next time, my friends, good gaming and good luck.